Yes, it's me. Twice. In one day. Twice. But this is just going to be a single topic. It's a hot story, and it's fun. So I wanted to get on here and share it. All right, as soon as we get 1,000 people, we'll jump into it. You have fresh coffee? Well, then join me for the second simultaneous sip of the day. Grab your beverage. Let's go. Ugh, that's cold coffee. Whew. That simultaneous sip seemed like a much better idea until I tasted it. All right, so the news story is this. Nancy Pelosi has suggested that the President of the United States is no longer welcome, I would say, to give the State of the Union to the House, the typical way it's done. She claims, rather disingenuously, that there's a security issue because maybe the security won't be paid and therefore they would have bad security. Of course, that's not true, because the security professionals are not going to let the President of the United States get killed because their paycheck was late. I think you need a little bit of trust that at that level of professionalism, by the time you're chosen to protect the President of the United States, you're a little beyond the, well, let's let him die today. I didn't get paid. I don't think that's going to happen. But that's not my point. I'll let the pundits make the obvious points. Here's my point. Just think of the situation here. The State of the Union, the way it is typically done, and the way Nancy Pelosi says she doesn't want it done, is the most boring presentation in the world. I think we all agree with that, right? Many of us will watch it because it's the president, but really it's the most boring setting, the most boring, controlled, prompter reading situation you could ever have. And it's not really even that good visually, because you can see half of the people acting, like they don't like it. So half of the people aren't even going to be clapping. So this is really the worst situation for this president. Now, here's the fun part. Apparently, the White House has not directly addressed this lack of invitation. Now, Rand Paul has said, hey, bring it over to the Senate. But the Senate would just be another boring place to do it. And it would be sort of feeling like you gave in to Nancy Pelosi. Right? She got what she wanted, and you still have a boring State of the Union. Nobody wins. Although I appreciate that Rand Paul, like always, he always has the best, sort of the most, freshest ideas on a lot of different stuff. So I continue to be impressed that he seems more solution-oriented than politically oriented. But here's what I wanted to get on here and have a laugh with you about. This president, the most entertaining president of all time, even if you don't like him, you're going to agree with that, right? He is the most theatrical, the most performance-oriented, the most show must go on, the most, bring me the attention, the most interesting, just the most entertainment-oriented president of all time. And everybody would agree with that, right? Both sides would agree with this point. And they just allowed him to be free. They just released the Kraken. He's the most entertaining person in the world who is only stopped in his entertainment value by the context of the State of the Union. And now he's free. Now, I don't know how this will turn out, but I want to at least suggest that if the White House... Hello?
Are you there?
Yep.
You there? You got a minute?
Yes, I'll be right down.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. All right, I had to go do something. But I just want to suggest that they freed the president to make this an entertaining event, which will be the best State of the Union of all times. Now, I don't know that he'll go that way, but but Pelosi's play is this huge strategic blunder in which he gets to go from a boring thing to maybe the best thing that ever happened. That's all I need to say today. I think it's hilarious, and I will talk to you later.